Preview of the Players Era. Ugh, I love Feast Week. This shit rocks. Here's how all the teams have been playing so far this year on both ends of the floor. Gonzaga has basically been the best team in the country. Like, there's no way around that. Alabama against great opponents. Iowa State versus not so great opponents so far have also been incredible. Syracuse is an interesting one. They have been pretty good also versus bad teams, but this is kind of like a prove it week for them. Some more matchup specific notes. Look at the turnover margin for Iowa State. Again, versus bad teams, but this is how they play. I'm not surprised. They get St. John's first and then Creighton, who is a team that has been struggling in this aspect. And they're also a team who shoots a ton of threes versus the Iowa State defense that runs team off the three-point line very well. The Alabama Gonzaga game is peak, just peak. We know Bama shoots a buck ton. Gonzaga lets teams shoot in volume, but they also hold teams to 23% from three. Gonzaga's real advantage is going to be on the glass and all that size, both against Alabama and against Maryland. Same thing for Michigan State when they play San Diego State. Back to the turnover chart, like this has been Michigan's kryptonite last year and this year. San Diego State has also been kind of reckless with turnovers, so this should be a really messy game. And then when you look at the schedule, like who has the hardest and easiest schedule? St. John's getting Iowa State and then Baylor, who has looked good also, is not ideal. Analytically, I'd say that Kansas gets Notre Dame and Syracuse, two games that they need to win and that they obviously can win. And then injuries to keep your eye on. Pharrell Payne and Darren Peterson. Keyshawn Hall with Auburn is one to watch. Miles Che is going to be out for UNLV. And here are the current odds for national championship of the teams. I like Houston's path. I think Iowa State, Michigan, and Tennessee, all for different reasons, are in very, very pivotal weeks of their season to prove it this week. Realistically, whoever wins that Gonzaga-Alabama game is going to be so well set up to win this championship this week. I still don't think enough people are respecting Gonzaga, and this is a chance for them to prove that they're like the number 1 or 2 team in the country.